Hey guys, Jon from Keto Bars here. Have you ever wondered what goes on behind the scenes with a person or a company when something goes viral? Today I wanted to tell you about the time that I had a Reddit post about Keto Bars go viral and just the profound impact that it had, not just that day or week or month, but honestly, for a really, really long time. I launched my business in April 2014 and was getting some sales. Some little stuff was rolling in. We're talking like, I think I had $1,200 in sales my first month. I think I had like $2,000 in sales my second month. So like a nice side project. This is not like, that's just gross sales, not profit. So, I'm probably still spending more than I'm making at that point, probably still in the red. But it's moving in the right direction. I'm like still excited about the process. I'm learning a ton. So it was still a very exciting time. And I hadn't tried everything yet. So April and May, they go great. I grew a little bit. What I didn't realize is that on June 6th, I would do something that would change the business forever. I went on a trip with my girlfriend and some other friends. We went away for the weekend, and when we do that, because I was only sending 2 or 3 orders out a day, I would bring all my supplies. I'd bring the bars, I'd bring boxes and my scale so I could weigh for postage and all this different stuff. Run to the local post office, and I'm good. So I did the same thing, and I didn't bring a printer. I would include a printout in every order, thanking people for their order and like just telling them a little bit about like the company and the products and stuff like that. And their printer at this place we were at was broken, so I didn't have anything. And I'm like, you know what? It's only like 2 or 3 orders, like or something like that. I'll just write a handwritten note. So I wrote some notes, very generic, not generic, but like, hey, what's up? Thanks for ordering. Hope you like it. Definitely let me know if you do or you don't, and like would love to hear your feedback. Thanks. And I threw them in the orders, ship them out, never think twice about it. And when I say never think twice about it, I mean 5 days later, I definitely thought about it again. Business was going on as usual during that week. I woke up at 4 in the morning, and I remember leaning over and just checking my phone and seeing like, I don't know if I had any text messages or emails and stuff like that. And the little Gmail widget, it said 20 some emails. And I checked my email before I went to bed, and I don't get that many emails. So I'm like, what's going on here? I open it up, and it's all orders. I get an email for every order. So like I jump on my computer, my heart is racing, and I'm like, what is going on? So I can see on the back end of my website that not only can I see the sales, but I can also see the traffic, like where it's coming from. And it's all coming from Reddit. Now at the time, I don't have any ads running. So it's gotta be some kind of organic post. So I jump on the keto subreddit, and sure enough, like somewhere on that front page is one of the people that bought the week before. And one of the guys that I had written the handwritten note to decided to write basically a review, or maybe more of a shout out. You can actually see the post, it's Reddit, so it's still up there. I will link to it below or in the comments so you can check out the original post. But yeah, he showed me some love. Was like, hey, bought these bars, loved them. Like they sent some free stuff, and they wrote me a handwritten note. They posted a picture, so like you could even just see the haul. It's really funny to look at the pictures. It's our original packaging. It looks terrible. Or just like there's stickers that don't fit the bars. Like it's really funny to look back on. But he was happy. So like that's amazing. Like, that's what you need when you're a small business. You need just these little things to keep you going. But as it would turn out, it was not a little thing. I jumped on and commented. I'm like, hey, wow, thank you so much. Glad to hear that like you liked it and everything. But like also, you're generating some traffic and some sales for me. So like, just a heads up, everybody, if you're seeing this and you ordered, like, I'm gonna try to get your stuff out today, but like it might go out tomorrow. I jump back into bed. I'm like, let me try to get like another 2-3 hours of sleep before I call in. I'm gonna call off from work. Still had a full-time job at that point. And I'll just call a vacation day. So this will be easy. So I get up at, call it 8, 7 or 8. And that's when I realized that this was not, it wasn't something someone posted in the middle of the night that like got me 20 sales. It was something that was gonna be sitting on the front page of the Keto subreddit for like half a day or a day. And that it was just beginning. Like that, I thought it was like those 20 sales, like that was, whoa, 20 sales, it's amazing. Like by far the most sales I'd ever gotten in a day. Like by far, I think my record at that point was been like 4 or 5 orders, something like that. And no, people were just waking up. The East Coast was just waking up, and the West Coast is 3 hours behind them. So when I got up and started getting to work at 8, I think at that point I had 40 orders. And by the time I got set up and was like ready to actually make the bars, I think I had 100 orders. And now I'm looking around going, I don't even have the supplies. Like I can't even get to work because now I need to run errands. Like I need to run to store my suppliers in the grocery store and all this different stuff. So now I'm panicking. I'm starting to call in favors. I call my mom and I'm like, hey, here's what's going on. It's awesome, but like if you can help me, that'd be great. She comes over. My dad, he like of course was working, but was able to like mold his schedule around. He came over and helped. I grabbed all these supplies and I didn't stop working. I worked until like 2:30 in the morning. I called off the rest of the week. I was off on a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I worked till like 2:30 in the morning every night, all weekend. And even then, didn't even get all the orders from just that day. I didn't get them out until Monday. We did more sales in that one day than we had done in the entire existence of my company. I mean, my company was only a little over two months old, but like 2 months. And then in one day, I crushed our total sales, like the record, more orders in one day than I'd had in the first 2 months of running. It was so crazy. And then of course I'm trying to talk to people online. I'm trying to comment and be like, oh, hey, I told them 24 hours. That was like a pipe dream. It went out days later. And even that I felt lucky. So it's funny to look back and reflect at that day. The customers that we were able to get in that day and the repeat customers, the people that have maybe even still never stopped purchasing to this day, now that it's 4 years later, I just look back at that and I'm like, man, that guy didn't owe me anything. And he probably had no idea the impact that post might have on a small business. But man, I look back on that day and 6 months later I went full time, and a lot of it was based purely on the traction that we grabbed in that one 24-hour period. And it's even crazier to reflect back on it now 4 years later, and there's 7 of us full time. And we're still going, we're still cranking. The recipe's different, packaging's different. Hopefully we'll continue to be different in the future. But to think that like that day, 4 years in, is maybe still the most impactful day that we've had, is just such a funny thing. It was a good day. It changed everything.